Welcome to Two Letters Reactions. I'm your host Tasha, and today we are going to be watching Boku no Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 15. So last time, we had Midoriya discover his ultimate move, which was kicking. So all the heroes basically, all the students, were trying to figure out what their big super power move was going to be, like the move that they could always resort to win a fight kind of thing, what they'd probably be most known for. And the whole episode I was frustrated because I was like, Midoriya, you gotta figure out that it's gonna be a kick. If you can't use your fists, it's gonna be your legs. And he finally figured it out by the end of the episode by saving All Might, who almost was crushed to death by a rock. Let's go. Here we go. Next episode. What were those? I don't even know if I want to know. What were those things flying? What are they? They look like little orange, like, ball things. Ida can teach him. Teacher Ida. Ida sensei. 4 days later. He just still practicing his move that nearly killed. Oh, we gotta like relive this moment. All Might's life flashing before his eyes. Woohoo! Eraserhead, go over there so you don't get smushed by a rock. Bakugo's gonna be mad. All of you should just fail. Okay, so we're gonna maybe get to see students from other hero schools. Even more frog-like. She's just floating. I love that she started floating. Music. I can't even, guys. I can't right now. All the like freaking bubbles, and surprised it's not like flowers. Oh. I like that they just like jumped right ahead to the actual exam. I thought we were gonna like spend more time here. Novice eggs will become what? Is that a bear man? What was that? No. He puts the hat on with all the blood. That can't be sanitary. I'm gonna ruin your hat, sir. Uh-oh. What? What is this theme in this episode? First with Uraraka and now. Kind of reminds me of like Winry from Fullmetal Alchemist. In her design. He looks kind of like Deku. Is that my imagination? Like the guy that was up front, his face looks a lot like Deku's. He's just like bigger, you know, broader built. Tell them what? Don't leave us with this cliffhanger. No! And he reminds me of Eraserhead. Evidently not. A free-for-all? Are they gonna let like even less through? What? What? Speed? Is it like a mini version of Dodgeball? Or like Capture the Flag or Dodgeball, like this is just gonna be like chaos. Total and complete chaos. What is up with this, like, secretive lingo? Of course, he's gonna go do his own thing. Yeah, but at least for like Kachan and Shoto, they're the most powerful. So even if people know their quirks, they still have a better chance than other students leaving. Hmm. Oh my gosh. Nice. I will admit that I wasn't expecting them to like jump right into the test. Like I'm actually pleasantly surprised because it just again I shouldn't be surprised because the show always does this. They just move along at a what I feel is like a really solid pace. Um, but I was like, whoa, I just didn't expect it to go that quickly. I really one of the parts that kind of stuck out to me was how Midoriya was talking about where he learned his move from. That he said it was a combination of like watching Gran Torino and Kachan, actually. And it's not exactly that I have a whole lot to say about it, other than the fact that I keep wondering. I just want to know more about what Kachan is feeling or thinking. Because he's recognized before, he's noticed before that Midoriya has used some of his moves. And I think the way that Kachan reacts to it usually is he just feels that Midoriya, is copying him and it like makes him mad. But I would hope that at some point he also realizes like what a huge compliment that is. That Midoriya is learning things from him and Kachan is actually making him a better fighter. I know Kachan is frustrated that Midoriya has, caught up to him in terms of like even having a quirk in the first place, and then not only having a quirk but having it be a really powerful quirk. Frustrated Kachan initially, and still kind of aggravates him. But I don't know. I would hope that at some point it'd be nice if those characters, just for their development, had a conversation at some point. I could see it coming from Midoriya, sort of telling Kachan, it's not just, I'm not just copying you. Yeah. And then, the only other thing I want to mention is just the bit about how only 1% of the students would pass, which I think is really, those odds are just, when you consider that they initially said, okay, well, 50% of the students, 50% are not going to pass, and now we're to 1%. Like, given, I don't know, given everything that's happened with all the fights lately and Kachan getting kidnapped and da-da-da-da, like on the one hand, I get it that they're just trying to make sure then that the standard of heroes is higher. They're pushing for that, and because they're under the eyes of like the public, and the public questioning heroes in general. But I also kind of wonder if they're just saying that. Like, are they just saying that to scare the students for this test, or is that like for real? Are we legitimately are we gonna have 1% pass? I don't know. I'm curious to see how that goes, because if so, then we're looking at like a teeny tiny group. And I don't think the whole class would make it through. I mean, unless Midoriya keeps them together like he's doing right now and doesn't let anybody get tagged out. But I guess we'll see. Yeah. And there was a whole lot of new characters introduced too. I didn't get to. I was like absorbed in the episode, so I didn't write down names. But the one student who they said was potentially stronger even than Shoto, I want to see him. I want to like Shoto is just so I'm like, if this student is supposedly more powerful, I'm curious to see what his quirk is going to be. So maybe we'll find out in the next episode. Episode 16.